Hi, I'm Merrideth Jiles here with Backyard Basics. And today we're going to talk about weed control in hardscapes. Now we're seeing lots of new hardscape being added to yards in town due to the drought and water conservation measures. People just don't want to have as large a lawn. Now proper setup from the start will help you the most. A professional grade weed fabric like this is really the way to go. These fabrics cost about 50% more than other fabrics, but they work much better and last much longer. Now, even if you set everything up properly from the beginning, you're still going to have some weeds. Some of these weeds even seem to thrive in the granite or gravel you might put down. So what to do? Getting an earlier start is best, as smaller weeds are much easier to remove than more established ones. Ideally, we'd like to stop weeds before they even start. Corn gluten is a natural weed suppressor. Now, it's not 100%, and timing is very key. We like to put it down in the very early spring and early fall, but it can be very helpful. Chemical pre-emergents are some of the worst polluters out there, so we'd really like to avoid those. Now, if you do have some small weeds already coming up, one of the best ways to get rid of those is with a hoe to scrape them away, or with a small tool like this cobra head. This guy is great for getting underneath and popping the weed out right by the root. Now, if that's not for you, there are some other things you could do. You could spray a product like horticultural vinegar. Horticultural vinegar is a 20% vinegar. It's much stronger than anything you would buy in a grocery store. We actually like to add a little orange oil to that too to help it burn. For small areas, you might use a hand sprayer, but for larger areas, a pressure or pump sprayer like this would be best. Horticultural vinegar is used straight, and if you're going to add orange oil, about 2 tablespoons per gallon is best. Now you want to use some caution with this, as some people can be burned by the vinegar itself. Also, with really persistent weeds, it may take 2 or 3 applications to get rid of them. Now, another thing you can do is just go out there and pull weeds. If you have a large area, don't be overwhelmed. Work small areas at a time. I often tell people, spend 10-15 minutes a day and just slowly work through the area. In a week, you'll have it all done. Now, one of my personal favorite weed control tools is my flamethrower. This guy literally burns the weeds away. Now, you definitely have to use caution with this, as it will burn any plant. This is really good for large open areas, but you don't want to use it right around your landscape and things like that. Also, it might be a good idea to have somebody standing by with a hose or something in case something flares up a little bit. Now, the elephant in the room, of course, would be some of the chemical weed control methods, something like glyphosate. We'd like to see you use other methods, but if you choose to use something like this, let's make sure we use it right. Most herbicides really work well in sunny times and warm weather. If it's going to be overcast, rainy, anything like that, let's wait until we have a nice stretch of warm, sunny weather, and they'll be much more effective and much less harmful to the environment. For Backyard Basics, I'm Merrideth Jiles.